At the dawn of a new nation, when America was still finding its identity, one dream began to take shape. A house, not for kings or emperors, but for the people's leader. A symbol of freedom, democracy, and power. This is the story of the White House, the most famous home in the world. The year was 1790. America was young, a country born from revolution, determination, and the idea that every man was free. President George Washington, the nation's first leader, wanted the capital of this new republic to reflect its ideals, strength, dignity, and unity. He chose the location himself, a patch of land along the Potomac River in what would become Washington, D.C. And there he envisioned a grand residence, a place for every future president to live, lead, and represent the American people. In 1792, a national design competition was announced. Architects from across the country, and even from Europe, sent in their plans. Among them was a young Irish-born architect named James Hoban. His design, inspired by Georgian-style mansions and the elegant Leinster House in Dublin, was simple yet majestic, a structure with neoclassical columns, symmetry, and grace. When President Washington saw Hoban's design, he knew this was the one. Construction began later that same year. The cornerstone was laid on October 13, 1792. Hundreds of workers, including stonemasons, artisans, and enslaved laborers, worked under the harsh sun and through long nights to bring Hoban's design to life. They carved white sandstone from Aquia Creek, shaping the walls that would one day house history itself. For 8 long years, the building rose, brick by brick, dream by dream, and in 1800, when the capital officially moved to Washington, President John Adams became the first to live in the new mansion. But even then, it wasn't perfect. Unfinished rooms, empty halls, and muddy streets surrounded the grand structure. Yet to Adams and his wife Abigail, it was the beginning of something eternal. 14 years later, in 1814, disaster struck. During the War of 1812, British troops invaded Washington and set fire to the president's house. Flames consumed the interior, leaving only the blackened stone walls standing. Many thought it was the end of the grand mansion, but America's spirit would not burn so easily. President James Monroe called back the original architect, James Hoban, and tasked him with rebuilding it, stronger and prouder than before. By 1817, the White House stood once again, restored, reborn, and more beautiful than ever. Over the years, the White House evolved with every president who lived there. The South Portico was added in 1824, the North Portico in 1829. In 1901, President Theodore Roosevelt officially gave it the name we know today, the White House. He also modernized it, adding electricity and creating the West Wing, the nerve center of presidential power. Later, President William Howard Taft built the Oval Office in 1909, a room that would become the heart of American leadership. By the mid-20th century, the structure was aging dangerously. In 1948, President Harry S. Truman was forced to move out as the entire interior was rebuilt from the inside out, leaving the exterior untouched, but reinforcing the bones of the nation's home for generations to come. Today, the White House is more than a home. It's a living museum of democracy, a place where history is written every day. From Abraham Lincoln's courage to John F. Kennedy's vision, from Roosevelt's resolve to Obama's hope, every wall holds echoes of leadership, struggle, and change. It has welcomed kings, queens, and everyday citizens, a reminder that power in America is not inherited, but earned. The White House was never just about marble, pillars, or paint. It was built on something far stronger, the idea that a leader serves the people. From its cornerstone in 1792 to its glowing lights today, it has stood for freedom, resilience, and the unbreakable spirit of a nation. The world has seen many palaces, but only one White House, a home that belongs not just to presidents, but to history itself. Okay, ending line for video. If you enjoyed this story of the White House, subscribe to Echoes of Greatness for more untold legends and historical journeys that shaped our world.